Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here with yet another video and my favorite thing in the whole goddamn world. Goddamn cryptocurrency! That's right. What a day. Celebration day. It really is. About 6 months ago, I made my first ever video on this platform here called Tomb Finance. Right? We've been through the runner with Tomb for sure. There's been ups, downs, such downs. And yesterday was Tuesday. And generally, bi-weekly, the owner, CEO, the big cheese of Tomb Finance, Harry, he goes on to the Tomb Telegram and Discord and he makes a Tomb Tuesday announcement. And my God, what an announcement. If you were exploited in Tomb back in September, where they had the Gatekeeper exploit, if you followed from 6 months ago, you'll know what that is. If you don't, then it's okay. Maybe you know what happened in December with the Grim exploit. It wasn't a nice day. Well, the Tomb Tuesday announcements have blown my mind. Blown my fragile little degen mind. And if you hold Tomb, if you've held Tomb or T-Share or T-Bond in the last 120 days, well, that's great because I've got good news for you. Or if you are going to be holding Tomb, T-Share or T-Bond for the next 120 days, we also have some great news for you. So let's get into today's announcement by Harry. Oh wow, what it is. What a day it is. Quick look at the price of Tomb. Tomb is back above peg. 1.06 Phantom per Tomb, $3.04. T-Share is back to $20,000. We made the right choice once again to buy T-Share when it dipped below 10,000. Well, I did. I don't know if you did. Not financial advice, but I did tell you I was doing that. And it worked. Doubled the money. Very good. And, well, I have T-bonds. I could sell my T-bonds, but I'm not going to. I'm going to explain why. So let's get into today's Tomb Tuesday announcement and make all of you Tomb heads happy. 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 So the first announcement. This was a series of announcements about Harry set the narrative quite nicely. He put it between the past, the present, and the future. Okay, so let's start in the past first. On September the 5th, there was an exploit of the Tomb Gatekeeper. It was horrible. Tomb tanked all the way down to the price of about 3 or 4 cents, I think was the bottom for Tomb, and about $4 for T-Share. Yes, that same token, which is now $20,000, was $4 back in September 5th. The exploit affected a huge array of users, not just because of what happened with the price, but there was like 2 bank runs, if you want to see it that way. The first initial bank run where people were shocked, and then a Medium post was posted onto the Tomb Medium, which basically said the project's over, take your money and run. We're all fucked. And that really sent the price tumbling even further. So if you were affected by the Medium article and sold because of the Gatekeeper exploit, Tomb will airdrop you this token here. T-bonds, Fanties, Life to the addresses affected. So, we have 2 new tokens up here that you might not know what they are. We're going to go into them at the end of this video. What is Fenty? What is Life? We know T-Bond. I showed you T-Bond quickly. Let's have a look at T-Bond. Yeah, T-Bond's this one here. It's generally the same price or a little bit higher than Tomb. It's higher now because everyone's buying them probably, which is kind of funny. So T-Bond is used to regulate the price of Tomb, okay? So if Tomb goes under peg, you purchase T-Bonds. Let me show you in the pit. It's the gameplay of this, really. So for example, in this wallet, I do have 1,493 T-Bonds that I purchased when Tomb was under peg there because I wanted to support the protocol. I wanted to do my part. I took some of my liquidity from the cemetery. I sold it into Tomb. Then I purchased T-bonds with it. So it's sitting here. If I wanted to, I could now redeem my T-bond back into Tomb and get a very, very juicy amount of profit from them because of the price of the T-bond now is 1.07. I think I purchased them when they were about 96 or 97 cents. So that is nice little gain there, okay? If I wanted to, but I won't because we're going to continue on with the video. But this is T-bond token. That's the use case of it. Everyone should be buying it when it goes under peg. That's what we use it for. People seem to shock and get scared and just sell their T-Share when Tomb goes under peg, but that's not the game we're supposed to be playing, and that's why we're being rewarded now for playing the game in the right way by Harry. It's kind of like a life lesson, I guess. It's a teachable moment. So that is the September 5th exploit. Moving into the next one. Okay. We have the past again, December 18th, quite just a short while ago, under 1 month. There was another exploit, but not by Tomb. Okay, this was by the auto-compounding protocol called Grim Finance, okay? There was a terrible exploit. God, it ruined loads of people. Users affected by this exploit of the Grim, excluding the address of the hacker, who screwed it for everyone, will be airdropped TBONDS, Fenty, and Life to the addresses affected. So Grim Finance, you don't know what it is. Harry also said, he is doing this to help everyone who's affected. So in our part, as members of the Fenty community, maybe we should consider forgiving Grim for what happened. Okay? And possibly beginning to go back into Grim and use their protocol once again with trust. That's what Harry suggested. That's up to you. I'm not going to give you that kind of advice. If they do have some juicy APRs, I might forgive them because I like juicy APRs. But yep, if you were affected, I was affected by this one, so it's great. I lost some T-share. So if I was affected, That means I'm going to be getting T-Bonds, Fenty, and Life to the address. She's here. Quick look at Grim just to show you where they are and what they're doing. This is Grim Finance here. Their TVL took a huge hit after the exploit, down to 26 million. I think it was in hundreds of millions before it. So you can see here the T-share masonry is closed at the moment, retired. They do have a bunch of other pairs that you could check out. If you have this, come down and have a look at everything that's going on in Grim. It's an auto-compounder, similar to DEFI. Check them out if you so wish, or if you were affected by this exploit, then know that you will soon be compensated for your strife from Tomb. And I guess you're thinking, I wasn't exploited. Where's my airdrop? Well, good you weren't exploited in the first place. That's great, because I doubt even any 3 tokens of airdrops can probably fully compensate anyone, because it was a hell of a lot of money in both of them. But the gesture is fantastic, and I really appreciate that. But coming to the present, the now, you, me, right here, while you're listening to me in the present. If you supported Tomb, T-Share, or T-Bond in the last 120 days from now, you will be airdropped. Life and Fenty, the 2 up there, right? Not T-Bond. But extra bonus, if you were a T-Bond holder, like me, in the last 120 days, then you will get a double reward of your airdrop. So if you were interacting with the protocol, Tomb Finance, in the positive way, in the gameplay way that you were supposed to be doing it, holding T-Share and Tomb Phantom LP, churning it out, printing crazy money with insane degen EPRs, and then when Tomb goes under peg, selling your Phantom Tomb pair into T-Bond, putting it in the pit, purchasing T-Bonds, with your Tomb, then when it went back up above peg, selling that T-Bond back into Tomb, putting back into the LP, as we're supposed to do. If you're doing that, you will be rewarded in your airdrop. Double if you did it with T-Bond. So that's great. And still you're thinking, I didn't do that either. I've just heard about Tomb. Well, good news for you too. Moving into the future, starting today, yesterday I guess, January the 11th, 2022, 12 p.m. GMT, or 12 a.m., I'm not sure, all Tomb, T-Share, and T-Bond holders for the next 120 days will receive Fenty tokens and Life tokens. That's right. Extra bonus, if you are holding T-Bonds at the moment, like me, then you will get double rewards. Now, you've seen a lot of 120s around this. You know why it's 120? Just interesting Tomb fact for you right now on Tomb Wednesday, that it's 120 days because it's been 120 days since Harry took over as the developer of Tomb after that September exploit. Harry wasn't involved in that exploit. And because of that, he's gone back to the 120 days that he's been in charge. And if we have shown faith in the big cheese, in the man upstairs, then, not that man, the Tomb upstairs, then you will be rewarded. And in the future, for the next 120 days, until I guess the Fenty's finally launching, the Life is finally launching. There's no actual details on when they're launching yet, but I guess it's very soon. The websites are up. We're going to have a look at them. But if you are actively engaging with Tomb at the moment, then yes, you will also receive airdrops after, I guess, 120 days. So let's have a look at how you can get your airdrops, okay? Like, of course, the ones in the past from the 2 exploits and the one for the last 120 days, you've no chance if you haven't done it. But if you do want to get into Tomb now, then I suggest you go to somewhere like SpookySwap, possibly even here. We can check your wallet, right? Go to Tomb.finance, link in the description, okay? And you can get in there, connect your wallet. It's on the Phantom network. If you want to bridge into Phantom, get some Tomb, then you can use, I would suggest using SpookySwap. Yep, you can come over here to SpookySwap and we go to bridge, right? And most people like to bridge from the BSC, but you can also bridge from Ethereum if you want into the Phantom chain. You can choose Phantom, BSC, Polygon, Arbitrum, Avalanche, or OEC, and with a bunch of tokens. For example, from ETH, you can choose all these ones. I generally move my funds from the BSC into Phantom, okay, where I usually put in with BNB, but you can also just move in Phantom. Generally, if you're going to use this, then you will also get a small piece of dust of Phantom because you're going to pay the gas in Phantom, so then change whatever you've moved over with that little bit of Phantom into Phantom and then start interacting with the protocol, where you would then just go to swap, okay, and turn your Phantom into Tomb. Okay, from that point, you can have a look at what you want to do. Do you want to build liquidity? I would suggest just beginning in the cemetery, take your Tomb Phantom LP here, deposit it in, then you get printed out a very nice APR T-share. Then take that T-share, go into the masonry, deposit your T-share into the masonry, and then get printed Tomb. Then take that Tomb, sell a little bit, put some of it back into the Tomb LP, and just rotate that round, right? Making a money-making machine. That's what I do. When it goes below peg, as I said, I go into the pit. Let's have a look at Fanti. What is Fanti? Fanti is way cuter than Shiba, don't you know? So this is the main token for Felix Exchange, which is coming soon. So at the moment, all we can do, this is one page, right? We can go to their Telegram, we can check out their Twitter, you can sign up. Pressing sign up will take you to the Felix Exchange. A new era for Phantom is coming soon. This will be an exchange backed up by Tomb, basically giving Tomb even more further utility, right? Where you will be able to swap tokens on the Phantom blockchain. And I think it's going to be far-reaching, extremely advanced, and I'm really looking forward to it. Felix is your destination, your single destination to access the full power of the Phantom blockchain. And Fanti will be the exchange token of this. So I'm assuming, right, that we'll be able to take LP, put it into the Felix exchange, and then get rewarded in Fanti tokens. I'm assuming that's what's going to be happening, but don't take my word on it. Let's wait for further announcements. But you can get into Felix, right? You can put, I've already done it, but you can take your email address, submit it here, and then maybe we'll get other rewards for being an early adopter, early communication with Felix Exchange. Also get their Twitter here, the Telegram here, and then we have Life. Okay, this is Life here. Life token that you're also getting airdropped. When there's Tomb, there is Life. Life is a Olympus DAO fork on the Phantom blockchain. So that's also great to know too. Get into their Twitter, get in here. This is all there is though, just the contract address and a page. Very mysterious, very exciting times to be a Tomb head. Oh, and just to have a look at how that news really blew everyone away. Can't even type, I'm so excited. What a pump. 62% pump on T-share, right? We go to the 14-day, we were seeing, this is generally what happens. It went up to $24,000 was the all-time high for this cycle, right? And then when Tomb went under peg, people just started to sell their T-share. Thinking, I really don't think it's a smart thing to do. I never really sell my T-share because I don't want to try flip something that's that volatile. It can pump like that in one day, what a pump. I generally just buy more. So every time it dips under 10,000, I just buy more. Let me show you. Bought more there, bought more there, bought more there. Happy. So that is today's video on Tomb Finance. Hope it is a great bit of news for you and me and everyone else involved in this fantastic ecosystem. Let's wait for further announcements on exactly how this is all going to go down. Be good to each other. Don't get wrecked.